Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Steph. I am the lead trainer here at Yes Supply. I'm also a mindset and embodiment coach, and I am really excited to bring to you our October goal setting series. Setting goals and objectives are a really important part of living life, right? When we have a clear intention of what it is that we desire, we can take inspired action and become the version of us who easily and effortlessly achieve that goal. And so what I'm gonna be doing for the next couple of videos is we are going to get really excited about something that you want to manifest, something that you wanna call into your life. It could be a health goal, it could be a business goal, it could be a personal goal, it could be a relationship goal. It can be a goal or a desire in any area of life. And what we're going to do specifically today is guide us through a couple of different steps for us to get really clear on what is that goal, what is that intention. Think about the version of us who easily and effortlessly achieves that goal, and do some journaling and some thought around maybe some of our characteristics, our beliefs, our thoughts. And then we're also going to think about what inspired action can we start to take today, tomorrow, and next week in order to get even closer to that outcome. So whenever I am manifesting anything in my life, the very first thing I want to do is get very crystal clear on what it is that I'm calling in. So step number one, get crystal clear on your desire. The other thing I like to do is think about, why do I want this? And this usually allows me to ensure that this is a soul-driven goal rather than an ego-driven goal. So for example, if I want to manifest $10,000 into my life in the next month, I like to think, why? Is it because I want to give back more? I want to support myself and others, because I just want to make more money? Like, it allows me to create space within my mind to understand, why is it something that's important to me, and therefore connects me to my purpose and helps me understand, is this my soul's driven purpose? Is this something that is really inspiring and enlightening for me to do? When I think about why I desire something, it allows me to connect to my purpose, or really connect to my soul. Is this something that feels exciting and aligning and enjoyable for me to lean into? Or is it something that I feel like maybe I have to do or I should do based on maybe where I'm at in my life, or maybe the people that are in my life and what I want to support them with or help them with? So really getting clear on what specifically it is that you want, in addition to why do you want it, is one of the very first things that I like to do when I'm goal setting. So as I'm thinking about all of the amazing things that I'm calling into my life, maybe I'm bucketing it in specific areas of my life, I'm starting now not only to connect it to my purpose, but I'm starting to think about a benefits and potentially a cons list, or a pros and a cons list. And so the things that are coming up for me are things like, what will happen when I easily and effortlessly manifest this desire? So that will be the first question. And I'll list all of the benefits that will come into my life when I'm able to easily and effortlessly manifest this goal. So for example, if I am calling in, more love into my life, what's a benefit? I might feel more supported. I might feel more connected. I might feel more joyous, right? And on the opposite end, knowing that we have universal laws that we love to work with, especially here at Yes Supply, what is the opposite? So when we think about the opposite, or the law of polarity, thinking about what are some of the things that might need to change in order for me to manifest this goal, and what are maybe some of the drawbacks from me manifesting this goal. So if I'm calling in more love, we talked about some of the pros or the benefits that I will be calling in, but what are some of the things that might need to change? Maybe I need to let go of self-doubt. Maybe I need to be open to trusting more. So it allows us to create this pros and cons, or this benefits and drawback list that we can really lean into as we're going through this process. And for me, this specific step helps me create so much clarity and further connects me to my purpose. And for some of us, it might even drive us even more to get towards that goal. And for some of us, it might bring up things that we might need to start to think about Do I need to let go of this in order to achieve this goal with ease? Or do I need to reassess my goal because maybe it's more ego driven than it is soul driven? So that is step number one. It's all about getting crystal clear on your goal, on your desire, and what will that do for you? How will that make you feel? And connecting it to your soul's purpose. The next thing I like to do, or step number two, is think about who is the version of me who easily and effortlessly magnetize all the things that I desire. Who is the version of me who achieves this goal with ease? So I like to think and sit down, maybe grab my journal, a cup of tea, light a candle, really make this an intimate moment where I'm allowing myself to think about and really be expansive about when I think of the version of me who achieves that goal. Maybe it's manifesting that love into your life. Maybe it's running that first marathon. Maybe it's starting your business. When you think about that version of you, what are some of the characteristics that you embody? For example, are you smart? Are you confident? Are you outspoken? Are you resourceful? And I like to write them down in the I am statement because those are really great affirmations for us to lean into later on, but also it helps us work at the identity level, which is where most subconscious change happens. So here I want to create the space. If you want to pause this video and come back to it once you're done, or even as you start to reflect on the version of you who easily and effortlessly achieves this goal, start to think about statements like, what characteristics do you embody? What beliefs do you hold about yourself? What thoughts are running through your mind constantly that help you achieve these goals? What attitudes do you have? What skills do you embody? What things are important to you? What energy do you want to hold in your body? So I start to think about all of these amazing characteristics, all of these amazing thoughts, behaviors, attitudes, beliefs that are really going to help me support my goal. Now, trick and tip, if for whatever reason a thought comes up that is not supporting you to achieve the goals that you want. For example, maybe I think to myself, am I really capable of achieving this goal? Or maybe a thought of feeling unworthy comes up. I like to challenge myself to reframe it in my mind by asking, if I'm not feeling blank, what am I feeling that's more empowering? So for example, if a belief comes up that I don't believe that I'm capable of achieving this goal, if I say, if I'm not capable of achieving this goal, what am I doing that's more empowering? So for example, what might come up is believing that I am more than capable, or believing that I am determined to be resourceful to achieve that goal. So you can start to reframe those negative or not supportive thoughts in your mind to actually start to rewire your subconscious mind to work towards what you want rather than pulling you further away. So again, step number two is all about getting really, really clear on who is the version of you and thinking about at the identity level, what do you exhibit as a person who helps you easily and effortlessly achieve those goals? Who is the version of you who easily and effortlessly achieves anything that you desire, any goal that you set for yourself? So in step number one, we got crystal clear on our goal. We thought about what is it that we want to magnetize or manifest in our life. We thought about why do we want it and connect it to our soul's purpose. In step number two, we thought about who is the version of us who easily and effortlessly achieves that goal. What are our characteristics, thoughts, behaviors, patterns, habits that come to us really easily because we're acting as that version of us who already has it. Now in step number three, it's all about getting into inspired action and taking that inspired action each and every day. So one of the things that we teach in the Yes Supply method is the layers of the mind, or layers of change. And one of the things we talk about is when we are connected to our purpose and our identity, changes in habits become easy and effortless because we're acting as the version of us who easily and effortlessly achieves and manifests those goals. Now, of course, we also need to take inspired action and aligned action in order to achieve those goals with ease. So what I like to do is think about what are some of the things that need to happen in order for me to achieve this goal. Now, without any judgment or without any, thought at all, what I like to do is get a clean piece of paper or a clear piece of paper and just jot down all of the things that might need to happen. So for example, if I'm wanting to run my first marathon, what are some things I might need to do? Maybe I need to buy a new pair of running shoes. Maybe I need to think about a route. Maybe I need to start training. So I just brain dump or just on paper, let go, or think about anything that needs to happen in order for me to achieve that goal. If I want to build more meaningful connections and relationships, maybe I need to think about going out more often or being more open. So I start to brain dump all of the things that I could do in order to achieve that goal. After I've thought about all the inspired action that I could and can take, I start to think about what are some things that I can do today, tomorrow, next week, all up until that date and time where I have manifested that outcome. So again, for example, if I'm planning on running a marathon and I want to run it by December 31st, 2022, although I live in Toronto, so running a marathon in the winter, although it's not impossible, maybe not be the best example, but you get where I'm going here. If that's the date where I want to run my first marathon, or sooner or better, I like to add that in as well, I can think about from today, tomorrow, next week, what am I doing in the month of November? So the month before, what am I doing the days leading up to it? And then on that actual day, what do I see? What do I hear? What do I feel when that goal has come into my life, when I have already created it and I have already lived it because it's my soul's truth. So you can start to think about what are those inspired actions? What are those things you're going to do today, tomorrow, next week, etc., leading up to you calling that beautiful manifestation into your life. In order to hold myself accountable, aside from maybe working with a coach, I like to create space within my calendar to actually schedule out time when I will be creating that inspired action or actually focusing on what it is that I want. So say, for example, I know from Mondays, I finish work at 6 o'clock, and from 6 to 7 would be a really great time for me to spend time training or working towards whatever that might be. I like to bake out time within my schedule for me to actually create pockets of opportunity, whether that's journaling and doing mindset work for me to internalize the changes that I want to create, whether that's taking inspired action and actually going out into the world. Maybe it's building a website or going on a date or building those connections, whatever that might be. Actually creating time within your schedule allows you to, within your subconscious mind and your conscious mind, create that tunnel vision or that focus where you're actually looking at what do I need to take action on, and I'm making it an important piece of my life and actually scheduling it into place. Now, that's something that works for me. If that feels too confining, at least creating an opportunity within your reflection of your week, your month, to create pockets of space and time for you to focus on what you want is going to be really helpful in setting you up for success and taking the inspired and aligned action that you need in order to manifest your goals and your desires. So those are my 3 starting point steps on how to get even closer to your goals and your desires. Again, depending on when you're watching this is wrapping up the end of 2022, the end of the quarter. I'm so excited to hear about what it is that you are calling into your life. So be sure to like this video and comment below what you are calling into your life. I can't wait to hold you accountable and be here with you on the journey. What's really exciting is that what is to come is more tools to support you in getting even closer to manifesting your desires. Like I mentioned, we're going to bring to you some subliminals, hypnosis, EFT, to help you achieve your goals with ease. And those are going to be coming in the weeks to come. So ensure that you subscribe so that you can get notified when we share our next video.
I hope that you loved that clip and it was so supportive for you. So if you want to learn more about the Yes Supply method and see more, then click down in the description below for more information.